It is an issue uniting Republicans and Democrats in Lansing, the rising death toll in Michigan's nursing homes from COVID-19.
Last week, state health officials said the issue was being addressed, but tonight, two lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle say the problem is getting worse. Here's Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak.
What does it take to bring Democrats and Republicans together? Apparently, it's the elderly. The story of one state rep inspiring another lawmaker on the very opposite side of the aisle to protect senior citizens during COVID times.
How is it that we've allowed this to happen? And why would you stick COVID in there to let them die? It doesn't make sense.
Senator Pete Lucido, the Macomb County Republican, brought to tears learning his fellow lawmaker's elderly mother has COVID-19.
It is really taxing on the spirit and, quite honestly, very scary.
State Rep Leslie Love says her 83-year-old mom lives at a nursing home in Redford, one of 20 regional hubs designated by the governor's orders to house COVID patients too healthy for the hospital but still in need of care.
I thought, no way. They wouldn't do that, right?
But they did, apparently separating COVID patients from seniors, but Love says clearly not enough. Senator Lucido using this story as a springboard for new legislation to stop the commingling.
I want to help. I want to be direct, and I want to get it done.
The bill introduced Wednesday would make it illegal to knowingly house anyone with the virus in nursing homes, and it has bipartisan support.
And I would never imagine that me and Senator Pete Lucido, who used to be my colleague over in the House, would be on the same side fighting for something.
Both lawmakers brought up the horrifying abuse at one of these so-called hubs in Detroit, where 20-year-old Jaden Hayden brutally beat his elderly roommate, a resident of Westwood Nursing Home. Hayden was living there temporarily after being diagnosed with the coronavirus.
I don't ever want to see another report about a kid who beats up a senior citizen in a nursing home, and the nursing home doesn't know about it until 2 weeks later.
Senator Lucido hoping this bill is fast-tracked. It has to be voted on by the House and Senate before it moves to the governor. Jessica Dubnak, Fox 2 News.
Tonight, state lawmakers are demanding changes be made to the policy of putting COVID-positive nursing home patients in areas with non-COVID patients.
This was a policy adopted early in the crisis. It's been dropped by other states since, like New York. Let's get to Rod Maloney, who's in Lansing, where the issue took center stage at the State House. Rod?
Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Chief Robert Gordon said the governor backed off on some nursing home COVID requirements, combining positive patients in the same facilities as those COVID negative.
Reasonable efforts in order to ensure the separation of COVID and non-COVID individuals within an existing facility.
He reported some nursing home death numbers. As of yesterday, 1,216 Michiganders have died. That's 23% of Michigan's overall total. But Gordon admitted that as an undercount. He then showed locally reported Metro Detroit Health Department numbers in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties as having 1,372 nursing home deaths, making up 33% of Michigan's total, all by themselves. Detroit Democratic Representative Leslie Love, who through tears told the committee her mother, who lives in a regional hub, now has tested positive for COVID, and she's furious.
Why the state of Michigan has chosen this path is beyond me. It seems like the most idiotic thing that we could come up with.
She quoted AARP numbers we independently confirmed, showing the median age of a COVID patient who died in Michigan is age 77, and 87% of all Michigan deaths are those 60 and older. Oversight Committee member State Senator Pete Lucido is also angry.
Reckless disregard of human life. It's negligent to allow it to continue, but it's intentional now at this point.
Now, Lucido says that he is going to be putting legislation in the Senate to try and prevent COVID-positive patients from being put in the same facility as COVID-negative. Leslie Love says that she's looking at doing the very same thing over in the House. It's going to take some time for those. In the meantime, we did reach out to the governor's office to see if they had anything to say about the policy, the changes, and where things stand. We've not heard back. Reporting live in Lansing, Rod Maloney, Local 4.